Hi, this is Chi-townTraci. I just wanted to share with you a swap that I participated in scrapbook.ning, or I'm sorry, not scrapbook, my scrap room. And we were to alter a cigar box. That's my Altered Cigar Box. But in my swap, Alicia from her channel is Alicia Glitz and More. We decided to add a little bit more to our swap. So we did a pin cushion, a Altered Cigar Box, a domino book, and a muffin tin. And these are all first for me. I have not done any of this before. So this might be a little bit of a long video here because I'm going to kind of go through what I did. This is the pin cushion, and that is actually a candlestick and a tin. Can you see the tin? The tin is covered in like a satin fabric, in a taupe satin fabric, because I wanted to use the doily, but I didn't want you to see like ugly fabric underneath. So I just used a tin from like a candle, you know, like a soy candle tin, and I used the bottom and I filled it up with like pillow fiber, and I just kind of glued it in there, covered it all with paper, so you can see that it's soft. So this is a vintage, well, I don't know if it's vintage, but a doily that I picked up at Goodwill. And then this is a lace trim here. And then this is another lace trim. This I got from Crafts Supplies one on Zibbit. I got some flowers from her, which I used on my cigar box. So it's kind of, I think it's kind of pretty the way it dangles. I did get this brooch at Joann's. So I added that, and then you can see that I made some stick pins as well. So that's just on there, you know, it's pretty secure. I think it turned out really cute, really vintage. Like, again, I said shabby, chic, and vintage. I just don't know really the difference. But I really like the way this turned out. I think it's really sweet. I'm probably going to make myself one. But that is for Alicia. And I kind of want to show Alicia this video because I want her to see how pretty it looks when I have it all set up nice. And then, you know, after it's packaged, God, you know, sometimes our stuff breaks in the, you know, in the process. But I just think this is so pretty. So that's that. Here is the little domino book. This is my first domino book. I added little beads to the bottom, silver beads. This is an Etsy image that I've used before. I added a little dangle. This is the same paper that's on the cigar box, the Christmas paper. I just think it's so pretty. I did Mod Podge this on. This is rhinestone trim from Michaels. I love this velvet ribbon. And then the images on the inside are two Etsy domino images that I have. And I also inked everything in Vintage Photo. And then, you know, of course, it has a really pretty ribbon on it, but you know, if I wrapped it up, I can't, you know, open it very easily. So then I made this muffin tin. This is my first muffin tin. This is one of my melted flowers that I made. I did add some tulle to it this time. And I used that same trim that I first of all, I spray painted the whole muffin pan white. And then I used this trim that I got from Craft Supplies 1. And this is trim from Michaels. And then this is another trim on top that I probably got from Hobby. This is probably from Hobby. And let me take this. Oh. Then I put like, I got these tags from, gosh, who did I get the tags from? Yorlis. She did my swap and she gave me these tags, and I used 3 of them in this project. I really like them. So that is Heidi Swap Wish on there, and I did try to distress it. So there's some stickles on there, and then some Inca Gold. That The Eiffel Tower is a Brad. The butterfly is the Martha Stewart punch. And then you could see I also added some flowers and some beads. And I took a wreath that I got at the dollar store, and that's part of it. That's part of the wreath. So I just added netting underneath all the things that I put in here. So that's just some eyelash and some beads. And then I made this cute little jar. I like these as centers, and I got these at Craft Supply 1 as well. And then I put some in a little jar, so I made the little jar. And then I made her some more flowers. Again, these are the only flowers I know how to make right now. And then these are just little dominoes. So I just added netting to the, to the muffin, individual muffins centers, just to add a little more dimension. I guess I just thought it would look pretty. Okay, so last but not least is my cigar box, my Altered Cigar Box, which I think turned out so cool. I did put a handle on there so you can see that it's a spoon handle. I bent a spoon and put it up there. I did paint this with white paint and then distressed it and then tried to use some crackle paint on it. So it looks very distressed. On the bottom I added some knobs, just from the wood section. And I just kind of distressed them and used Inca Gold and all sorts of stuff on them. On the front of this, I used, again, the tags that I got from Yorless. I did make a little charm here on here, a little dangle. And these I actually got these from Alicia, these ballerinas, I do believe. And these are the flowers that I just got, my first order of flowers. And this is Christmas paper. That's just the Christmas paper from Hobby Lobby that comes in a pad from the paper source. I added a doily, just a paper doily behind here that, of course, is distressed. And mainly I use a lot of stickles and the Inca Gold. So, and this is just like a broken brooch that I put on here. And, of course, this is just some scraps of lace and some blue ribbon from here. So this frame is from Michael's. It's in their new $2 section. I just picked that up, and it was white, and I just totally distressed it. I added a feather because I love my feathers, and I added another flower. And for the knob, I used a spool, and you can see it's really, it already fell off one, so I tried to really hot glue it and used some, what is that glue, like 6,000 or something like that. So I used that on there, and this is just a metal piece on a little tiny spool. And then this is a key that is marked with Believe, or stamped Believe, sorry. And then this is another trim that I got at Hobby. And then this is all seam binding that I dyed. And this is a belt loop that I got in my stash, just an old vintage belt buckle. And then when you open it up, I just kind of wanted to leave this plain, but then I didn't. I was worried that it looked too plain. So this is the Tim Holtz ornament die, and then they put this as a little cutout. So it's actually two dies. And then this is just blue paper. And then I just put some pearls. And then on this side is, I'm not exactly sure what paper pack this is from. It might be from the same paper pack. And then I just kind of hung the pearls. I put some pearls in here. This is a kid's block that I picked up at the Goodwill, and R is her initial of her last name, Alicia's last name. And then I bought this white tree at Joann's, and I inked the base of it with Inca Gold. And then I just put some pearls as ornaments, and this is glued in here as well. I tried to glue everything really well because, it's going to all move and travel. But that's really why I want to show Alicia this, because it looks so pretty right now, and when it travels, she'll be, at least she sees it and knows what it's going to look like it should look like if something falls off. But I just think that turned out so nice. And what intended for this to do is just to kind of wrap around, you know, just like that. Nothing too conventionally, nothing. I like everything to look kind of just old and vintagey and not perfect, I guess. But anyway, so I just thought this was really cool, and I was inspired by something I saw online, and I just love this handle. That's what makes it for me, this whole cigar look. So there's the cigar box, and in this swap we were supposed to put in 5 crafty goodies, and I have another bag of goodies for her, but I figured this would also constitute the 5 goodies. So we did a muffin tin, cigar box, domino book, and pin cushion. So I hope you like what I created. I know my desk is getting so full because I've got so many projects going on. But I really like that spoon. But thanks for watching, and I need to debate whether I'm going to put this on before I send it up. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you like it. Leave some comments, please.